Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So we're doing a video on our shops. So what are we doing? Where do we build our models when we're putting our stuff together? What's our workbenches look like? So to give you guys a little quick tour of my work area. I know a lot of you guys have seen videos before on this, but it's always changing. I mean, always adding something, taking something out, rearranging, whatever. Like I say, I've done a few videos on before, so Jason from Blue Ox, he put this video, or kind of like a call out on it, and you know, I see quite a few people respond to it. I thought I'll do a quick video on it and show my little work area and my my workspace there. So my workshop, or my building, my little hobby shop, is in my garage. So that's why we're out in the garage. I'll tell you what, it is pouring out tonight. I'm talking like pouring. I think it's like 10:30 at night right now. No, maybe it's about 10 o'clock. I'm not sure. And it's downpouring hard, so good night to come out in the garage and make a video, I guess. Yeah. So like I say, that my workshop is in my garage. I built that a couple years, actually about 2 years ago, in April is when I first put it together, I think. So yeah, so I'm kind of outgrowing it already, so it's one of those things that happens. Other than that, this is my little Mercury here. There'll be upcoming videos on that pretty quick here. I'm pulling the engine out. That's a 289 from a 68, I believe it is. So we're gonna fuel injection that and all that good stuff and do some big changes to it. Yeah, so that'll be another video. Let's take you over to the other side of the shop here. My garage is two garages put together, so there's actually a wall in the middle. So I'm gonna flip the camera on, and I am not gonna pan it around because my garage is a mess. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, a mess. So it's, yeah, it looks nice there, but it gets ugly as you go. But I will I'll zoom this around and I'll show you the other side. Okay, so obviously where I'm just standing, like I say, my garage is two garages put in front of each other. So yeah, so we go to, I got automotive stuff over here, and then back here it's kind of a wood shop. Okay guys, so this is walking on the other side of the shop. This is the room, this is the model room right here. This is the outside of it. So those hoses, those are for my mini split. That's a drain on the bottom, and the refrigerant lines going in. And then I have this huge railroad cabinet. I built this probably 3 or 4 years ago, and like I said, I do model railroad as well, and I keep everything stored in there. That cabinet's actually mammoth. I mean, that thing's 8 foot tall, probably 9.5 foot wide, and almost 3 foot deep. So all my stuff is in there, and I use the old Cricut maker. Made some stencils for it, kind of give it that boxcar look, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty sealed up tight. Try to keep the rodents and things out there, because obviously they like to run around out here, you know. So taking a look inside the room here. So it's your view when you first walk in. And you'll notice how quiet it gets when you come in here, just because I have it pretty insulated in here, pretty good. The ceiling, floor, everything's like super insulated in here, so it's pretty airtight. Stays pretty comfortable. Just the view when you walk in. This room is 9.5 wide by 14 feet long, I believe is what it is. So yeah, so it's comfortable out here. I mean, I can usually hang out here quite a while. Like I say, it's really comfortable. So starting on this wall, we'll just kind of walk our way around. That's kind of my janitor section over here. That is the janitor pole. That is for sanitation, not transportation, as they would say. So I got some storage units here. This is pretty much a lot of railroad stuff, like ballast, lynching, all kinds of weird stuff for making scenery, all that kind of things. And we got this was a plaque from my dad back when he was wrenching. That's just, oh yeah, check out the date on that. Back in the day, yes sir, he retired in 87, I believe it was. This here is one of his trains when he was a kid. So this is the old Marx train. It's kind of like your Lionel train would be. So that engine still works, believe it or not. So it's kind of cool plugging that thing in the first time trying it out. It does work, like I say, I was surprised, works pretty good. So I built a little shelf for it to display it. Other than that, we got some pictures up on the wall here. That's an actual picture. It's not a print. That's a guy I knew from another guy. He gave me this picture. He was in the infield back in '86 at MIS with a super cool camera. He took that, and it's got all the writing on the back of it. Oh, check out that stud. Yeah, it's one of my senior pictures with my EXP. Yes, I painted that car. I was proud of that thing. That was cool. So yeah, so moving down to another shelf down here. So this shelf here, this shelf is basically got finished models in it. All these down here are pretty much finished models, other than the Vantum. That actually still has the Vantum in it. That one's still there. A lot of these kits are not what they say on the box. They're all mixed in. Most of them have 2 models in each box. That's pretty much my storage unit, so to speak, after they're done. Moving up, I got some unbuilt kits here. The NASCAR box there, that's some stuff I steal parts out of once in a while. And the F-14, that's a new kit. I've had that for years. My transporter, I'd like to get on here quick. And these are some of the semi-trailers I've been acquiring. And these are new kits as well. I believe that Ferrari started, almost positive of that one. Not quite sure. I acquired it from somebody else. So this shelf here, this is pretty much my little display shelf. That's pretty much all that's out here, other than I got a cabinet behind me. So most of you guys have seen the snowplow truck. I leave it out for the patina look, just because if it gets dusty, that's fine. I'll just add to it. A little Shelby in the back there. I did find my little hubcap for my Pacer here, so that'll be going to shows hopefully here pretty soon. And the 1/16 scale Hardee's Cale Yarborough car in the back, I built that when I was like 14, 15 years old. I'm shocked that it survived the years. It's been sitting in a box. The clear coat's a little yellowed on it, but still kind of cool looking. And I mentioned to you guys a few videos back, I built a couple semis over the years. And this was years ago. This was that Ford Aeromax. I think that was the blue box art, if I'm remembering right. And we had a house flood years ago, and yeah, you know how that goes. So that was floating around, box got ruined, all that kind of stuff. And this is the one trailer I mentioned to you a while back in the video that I built. I made the decals for this. This is my first time making decals off that tester's paper and inkjet printer. So that turned out pretty cool. And that was sitting in the box with that Thunderbird. So those were preserved pretty decent. Those were both built a long time ago. And another old school builder is this guy right here. Oh yeah, oh, Bigfoot. I built that sucker a long time ago. As you can see, I didn't realize you could put clear glue on plastic back in the day. Let's just glue bomb it. Flags are broken off. So yeah, so other than that, we got our Susie Bake Oven. Yep. So I love that thing. It's always running most of the time. So move around the shelf, our walls here. A couple drawings my daughters did for me. And that is my old 63 Plymouth. My first car, 2-door Savoy, slant 6 on the tree. Yes, sir. And it was a 1-barrel slant 6. I think it was like the 160. It wasn't a 225. And my EXP before I got rid of it. So this is my workbench, my workspace. So I built this with 2 workstations. So this bench is 10 foot long. And I did an extra island. This is a newer addition out here, this island piece. When I built this, I bought this roll of Formica, and I had that piece left over. So I built an extra piece. So I had some trim boards out in the garage, so I made a little shelf on the end just to hang all the extra goodies on it. Just keep it out of the way. And when I originally built this room, 2 reasons for 2 stations were my wife was going to, her plan was to come out and build models out here with me. Well, you know, like most people, they start on a model kit and they don't realize how much work actually goes into one. The sad thing is she started on this kit right here, and I know. Yeah, okay, if I started on that for my first model, I probably wouldn't build models again either. But yeah, so she's going to come out here and try it again. She was actually starting on the SVO kit, and I thought, I'll have you do something different. Yeah, okay. So it's the stash up top. This is the shelving up above. These kits are all unbuilt, so these are all new kits. A lot of them are opened, but none of them are built. The Mustang that is not in the box, I wish it was, the Miller car, that actually has the little, I think it's the GTO Motorcraft Mustang. So it's some of the stash up top. Get to the end here. Oh, I got it, the big boy guy. He's my little big boy bank. Yeah, check that guy. I think you guys in Ohio, was it Frischers or something like that? But all up around here, they're all big boy. I think it's the same place. And we got my paint shelves down here. So this is my Tamiya paints and my MCWs. Those ride there. And on, oh, we got our KREG'S Inc. skeleton. He's hanging out there, just chilling. And on this side here, we have the testers and the Model Masters. And I got railroad colors up there, the Floco, Polyscale, that kind of stuff. And some of the acrylics. So yeah, so everything here, like I say, this is my basic station right here. This is where I sit pretty much the whole time. And I try to keep everything in arm's reach, all my SKUs. This is kind of a paint overflow because I'm running out of room on the shelves up there. And this is my little dealio one, little arm. So when you see me doing a video from up above, this is where it's clipped onto. Obviously we're working on the Ranger currently, so I put these little clips up here just to hold my instruction sheets for when we do use them. But I do like to use them for referencing for the decals at times. So I have it up there pretty much for that because I do have the Ranger decaled, so that is ready for some clear coat action. So like I say, everything's pretty much in arm's reach. I got my miscellaneous tools on magnetic boards. The only thing I found about doing this, sometimes if you're putting, like if I use antennas or whatever, I use wire, a lot of those tools are magnetized now from sliding on off that magnet. So not a big deal, but it's kind of annoying at times. So yeah, so that is my mainstay workbench right here. And like I say, everything's in reach. I have some of my Tamiya tapes here. Keep my roll paper towels, garbage can. And on this side, I have some other just quick goodies, some scissors, my putty that I use to when I do my painting, stick parts too, and just some blue scotch. So like I say, I got a couple chairs out here. So this is the comfy chair. Yes, that's my comfy chair. This is a Walmart chair over here. That's when guests come over or whatnot, and usually Tony Lancer, he comes over to hang out. So sorry Tony, I get the nicer chair, but just how it goes, No, geez, they're both comfortable, but this one is actually nicer, I'm gonna say. But anyways, so I got my paint booth over here. Got another T-Bird project going. My little spray booth, just your basic. I think a lot of you guys have this booth. Works pretty good. It's about ready, as I call, changing the diaper out of it. So I use this stuff here, like say you peel it, still looks like it's new underneath, and it's that press and seal. I've just been using it since it's new, and it does vent outside, so there's like a dryer vent on the outside that goes through the wall. So this wall is it's not against the garage, so there's a wall in between. So you have, I think it's 8 inches from the garage wall, because outside of this garage is steel. So, and I didn't realize when I built this, I have a mini split that runs the heat and AC in here, which is this guy up here. And when I put the unit in, it's pretty much right out there. You guys seen the hoses earlier in the video. That's where the machine is, or the unit is. So I built supports inside the wall, because like I say, it's kind of a steel building, a pole barn style garage. And yeah, so every once in a while, because it hangs on the wall, when you have the heat on, because I believe it operates backwards to generate heat through the Freon, and it'll vibrate the wall just a little bit when it first turns on. And I've had paint jars fall off. You can see like this plaid one here in the corner. It's getting close to the edge, and I've had a few MCWs fall off over the time. So that's why a lot of these are sitting up here, because I had them double stacked. And yeah, so time to make a different shelf. So it's time to make something new. We'll get there eventually. So down here we got these NASCAR kits. These are complete kits, and these other empty boxes, these are finished builds. Well, garbage can action, and these are also finished build kits here. So we got my test spoons, of course the mask, some pipettes, however, and all that good stuff. So up here, my daughter got me this railroad. So this is actual metal, and it actually glows, or like it's reflectant like a real one. So I built the base and put that together. So you guys have probably seen this bear in my videos. This bear is, they call a memory bear. My aunt makes these. So when my dad passed away back in 2000, I think he was 59. This is one of his old work uniforms. So that was one of the patches on the uniform. So my aunt, when she makes these, anybody that has them, have her make them, that she just uses an article of clothing. And just like I say, this is one of his work uniforms, and they call them memory bears, and that was a patch that was on the uniform. So that was pretty cool. So pretty much everybody in the family got one. So I thought it was pretty neat. So moving along this wall, just some oddball miscellaneous stuff. If you guys ever see this guy at any of the model shows, you need to get one of his drawings. Very cool. Guy does amazing work. He has about any sports race car you can imagine is out for sale. He's got pretty much everything. So we got another cabinet down here, just a bunch more miscellaneous stuff. And we got tons of models. Tony Lancer just brought these over the other night, so I just acquired these. A few words we picked up along the way here, and I went to Hobby Lobby, picked some stuff up with these, and the guy says, yep, these will hold perfect, these Velcro and adhesive, and yeah, they keep falling, so I got to figure what to do with that. So we got some more stash ads up here, some large scales in the back there, and multi-kits got going on there. And on this table here, I got my metal rods, styrenes, stuff like that. This is a Future Lightning I'm working on here, the 94. And I got some model railroad stuff back here along the way. So this here, so my 3D printer kind of went out on me. The film broke and all this stuff. So I made a bunch of these cross arms out of green clear resin. So, and I'm showing you this because I'm building a diorama for 1/24 scale, and I want to make some of these in 1/24 scale. These are 187 right now. So the cool thing is you can take those, and this is just a piece of dowel. See if I can get it to come in on that black. And you do is you just paint the cross arm, and you leave the it's probably gonna focus here, and you leave the insulators clear, so it looks like they're glass. Cool, huh? So yeah, so I'm doing some of these for a future diorama I'm working on, but I gotta get my printer up and going. So other than that, we got a bunch of new kits here. That one's kind of my one kit I've been working on that's kind of off to the wayside. So these are new models. Some of the stash ad here, and this is full under here. That's model railroad stuff down in that corner. And more model kits all the way in the back and down below. And these are my cases I take to the model shows, and a lot of my builds are still in the cases, so I just leave them in there. What better way to protect them than just leave them right in the case, right? Right in those cases. So this is a model railroad shelf here. This was mostly here. That's why I was showing you the cabinet out there, because I took a lot of stuff from here to take out there and all that good stuff. So I still have some stuff in here. It gets cold out there, obviously, because we're in Michigan, and I don't know what can get damaged by cold. So I leave it in here. Like these cars, for instance. If you guys know model railroading at all, these are 187 scale, and they're see-through metal etched panels. So if you have like a little car in there, you can actually see through the panel. So pretty cool. So anytime I see these, I like to try to pick them up. because they are kind of hard to come by. So I think I got 4 of those total, I think. But like I say, every once in a while. So other than that, I got this is my only cabinet in the room, display cabinet. And I put this vent in here. This vent is for when I airbrush. I open this up. You can hear how it's kind of noisy out there raining. And it lets fresh air come in when I got the paint booth on. And I close it when it's not in use. Like I say, let me open this up so we don't have the glare on it from the glass. So up top we got some old school Tyco stuff. Those are some of my early builds, like a long time ago when I was a youngster. And some of the builds I've done on the channel, and I see my shelves are getting really dusty. I need to clean those. I think that was my second build on the channel, and that was the first time using MCW paint on that 62 bird. Like I say, this cabinet was originally built for railroad stuff. Like I say, you guys know model railroad stuff. These are all DCC and sound, all these engines in here. So I like to leave them in here because obviously I don't want to get them ruined. These 3 kits I did not do during the channel. I think this one was actually one of my first videos from back in the day, like a long time ago. So yeah, so these is my other engine collection here. So like I say, they just stay put in here. That sign's a 3D resin printed sign I made, all separate parts. And then I think there's 10 LEDs in there that lights up. Like I said, it was for the railroad stuff, like a gas station sign you see on the freeway, you know, like through the trees. So I got some builds on here. I think you've seen a few of these. This Camaro, this is the first time using MCW black. There's no clear, that's not even polished. That was just straight out of the airbrush. I was so impressed with myself. Like, dang, that looks good. So after that, I did the Grand National. I kept going with the black stuff. After that, I thought, dude, that looks so cool. I didn't even finish the engine in that one, so yeah, that was as far as that went. Other than that, moving on to the side here. So I have another heater down here. This is on mainly when I'm not in the room. I just leave this on 60 and it just kind of heats the place. The mini split has a little remote. Just keep that up there. So this is my stuff from work. Some of my older awards and previous stuff. When you're Ford Tech, your senior master, they call it, that you get this fancy little guy, this little pewter dude working on a 4.6. They give you that plaque. And I used to do Chrysler years ago. Yes. Even Crossfire certified, if you guys remember the old Chrysler Crossfires. Yeah, so thought I'd keep that stuff out here. Other than that, this is the room in the entirety. Yeah, so that's where I spend most of my evenings hanging out here. Good stuff, good times. I built that flag out of Lawan, and it's got LED lighting around it. I think 2 LED strips. So I think that is like 9 feet long, I think, something like that. So that was pretty cool building that. Amazon stars on there, so I just bought a bunch of those and tacked them all on there. So it looks kind of cool in here. Kind of dressed the room up. So there you have it, guys. That is my little humble bold, my model room, my sanctuary, my getaway from everyday grind. Yeah, so like I say, thanks Jason for putting the video out about show us your model area where you work. And this is my little spot of the world right here. So once again, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out the channel, and we will see you guys on the next video. You guys have a good one, and thanks for watching. We'll see ya.